Welcome to the Marriage Podcast with David and Summer.
We're here to dive into all things marriage, faith, and family. Real talk for real couples.
Thanks for joining us. Let's get into today's episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Marriage Podcast with Dave and Summer. And we are honored to come to you today, and we believe that your marriage can make it and that your marriage has a purpose. Mm-hmm. And babe, today we're talking about our anniversary. We had been married for 20 years.
It's our anniversary.
And it feels just like one day.
Yeah. Anniversary.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too, babe.
We're still in it.
We're still in it.
We're still going.
We're still going.
And so we hope this is an encouragement to you today. You may be married shorter or longer than us, but our goal is that we're married for decades and that we end strong in our old age and that we experience what God would have us to experience in our married life. And so let's get into it.
It's crazy. Yeah, so this is crazy. So 20 years, we were married June 10th, 2006. It was an outdoor wedding. Why are you laughing?
It was an outdoor wedding.
What's so funny? You're hilarious. Anyway, it was an outdoor wedding. I remember the forecast was not going to be good. And I remember you didn't even look at it. I had to tell you, I was like, the forecast. And so you were just like upset about that. But I was believing God, like, okay, it's not going to rain. I don't care what that forecast says. And I remember at my job before I wasn't working here, they were all like, it's going to rain. Did you see? And I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. It's not. I mean, that's what I was saying to myself. It's not going to rain. And it didn't.
It did not.
It did not
rain. It
rain.
rained all around us.
It sure did.
In fact, in the drive up to Indianapolis to go to our hotel to catch the flight the next day, the storm was horrible. There was branches all over the road. Mm-hmm. It was rough, and Bloomington was protected because of our wedding.
Exactly. We were in Goshen.
Come on.
Okay.
That's right.
So I just want to kind of touch on some things. What were some highlights of the wedding for you? Maybe even leading up. What were some lowlights?
Well,
let this
podcast episode encourage you to talk to your spouse about your wedding day or relive the moments.
Yeah. This is just a fun episode. What about you?
If I think back to it, I was obviously real excited. I remember specific things. One, my college roommate and best friend spent the night with me at our future home, but at my house the night before the wedding. That was fun. He and I. My dad came to my house at 6 a.m. On the wedding day and screamed in the front yard, "My son is getting married." I'm sure the neighbors enjoyed that. Remember the hangout we had for the guys in the church with me the week leading up to it. Just kind of things that stand out to me. Definitely was nervous, tense because of the weather. Summer said I was mean to her. Probably was. Kind of that nervous Nelly part of me just leading up to the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then on the day of, I remember being at the church office, the original church building, and getting dressed and ready to go and talking to some of the guys in the church at that time.
You got dressed at the church?
Yeah, at the church. And I remember the guys coming up. We talked about it there in my original office. And just talked about our next steps. And then one of my favorite memories is I came down, it's hard to explain, but came down from upstairs, went outside, and there was an outdoor entrance to the basement. Mm-hmm. And I went to that door, and I hollered down the stairs to you, and we were talking back and forth, and that was a fun moment.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you?
So I think, I was obviously very excited. Like you, we had my sister threw me like a bachelorette party at her house, and that was really cute. Like she had it like a Hawaiian theme because you were taking me to Hawaii for our honeymoon. I do remember, yes. So we really didn't have we had a wedding coordinator, but we didn't pay them. They were volunteer, and bless her heart, it just wasn't that the best. But I say all that to say some things were kind of out of whack a little bit, and my mom was just kind of like, "Summer, what about this?" And during the rehearsal, that's where you were getting upset. You were just like, "This isn't right. What about this and this?" And I was just like, everybody just calm down. But I remember having the, you didn't, you were mean. But I remember having
I was not.
the
That's a lie.
wedding rehearsal dinner
Yeah.
at your mom and
That was a
dad's,
fun
and they
dinner.
really fixed that up really nice. We had crab legs, which I believe is not but I believe they had. I kind of remember them having crab legs, and which is my favorite. And so that was fun. And then so the night before was just crazy, and even the day, just because like my niece got bit by her dog. She had this huge bandage on her arm. It took a while for them to get down. It was like that kind of stuff. I was in the hotel with my mom, and I think my nephews were there and my brother, and then I went to the church to get dressed.
Yeah.
I had on Wet and Wild makeup, ladies. If you know anything, I don't even think they
I
sell
don't
that
even know what that
today.
even is.
But it's $1.99 makeup
Really?
on my skin.
You still
let
look good to
alone
me.
my skin.
You still look
And I
good to
had
me.
this huge pimple in the middle of my forehead. I mean, all the nerves was just like, girl, we about to just get it on this day. So I had that huge pimple in the middle of my head. I remember my mother being like, do you want me to pop that? And I hate popping pimples. Anyway, and so I
Get
was
rid
like,
of it.
yes, try your best, to do it. I think it was kind of too late to try, and I remember her, like, she wanted to do my hair. And at that moment, I was just like over everything. Meaning, like, she wanted to put glitter. If I was in my right train of thought, I would have been like, no, don't put glitter on me. I don't want a crown. She wanted to do the crown. She wanted the glitter. I was like, just do it.
She wanted the glam.
And I remember my brother, when we were taking pictures, my brother was like, what's all that dandruff in your hair? I was just like, shut up. I'm so annoyed right now.
This is awesome.
But I remember being downstairs before everyone came, meeting the bridesmaids and family. And I just had that time with God. And I was just like, no matter what, God, all I want is my husband, obviously you, and the officiant, which was my father-in-law, Pastor Kim. And I was like, if all of that is there,
We're good.
I'm good,
Yep.
And sure enough, that happened and more.
That's right.
And so my bonus dad and my brother walked me down. I was in a horse and carriage.
That was a cool
which
thing.
was really a cool moment.
And I remember when you pulled up, everyone stood up automatically when you pulled up in the carriage, and Dad said, everyone stand up, and they were already standing. I think he was probably nervous too, and everyone started laughing.
Yeah, and that was, so we're at Indiana University, and that was on
National champions, by the way.
that was on the campus there. And we didn't have to, did we? No, we had to donate, right? We really didn't have to pay for
You got a little
anything.
bug on your thing right
Oh,
there.
well, praise the Lord. See, he's always still taking
I
care
got
of
you.
me
Got
after
a bug
these
on
20
the shirt
years.
sleeve right now. It's awesome. In the studio.
But I want to bring out this little tidbit just because if there's any engaged couples where, as far as like finances, we had someone, and we didn't ask them, but it just happened. But we had someone take care of our tent, our chairs. We had someone take care of the catering. We had someone take care of the limousine because the guys pulled up in the limousine, and the ladies, I believe so too. And then someone else took care of our pictures. Those pictures were horrible, but we had someone take care of our videography, and then someone else took care of our horse and carriage. And so that was just a huge blessing. And then you paid for, did I pay for your ring? I think I bought your ring.
You did.
I bought his ring. I lost my ring.
She did. I still have mine, though. I just want to say that for the record. I still have
Everyone's like, your ring is so cute. I was like, Amazon, girl, Amazon. Anyway.
I'm still trying to find that ring. It's gone.
Whatever. But that was a great wedding. Even though I felt like my makeup to me did not look cute. I had that huge pimple, my hair. I love the style of my hair, but it was so stiff. You couldn't move anything.
That her hair stayed in perfect position until we got into the ocean in Hawaii. That hair did not move. There was so much hairspray, whatever it was.
Hairspray, child.
That was a
hairspray.
solid board.
Solid as a rock. So anyway, so we went to our honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
So this was what's crazy about, well, not crazy, but at the airport, we met some people. We saw some people that we knew, which was kind of weird for me because it was like, saved ourselves.
We
That
consummated. That's what we did. That's what you do on the wedding
I
night.
remember. I remember
And
going
we
to
saw
the
them the next day. It was kind of awkward, but hey,
yeah.
it is what it is.
But I remember going to the hotel, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, they know what we're going to do! Oh my gosh!"
I think it's great.
Anyway,
Let's go.
But hey, an encouragement for engaged couples is to talk about what you want for that night. Meaning, like, do you want to like have something to eat beforehand? Do you want music on? Do you want to get it on right in the beginning? Like, talk about all that stuff, because we did, and it
Yep.
made it very like relaxed and chill.
And the reason why we did that is because in some of the books that we read, really
Yeah.
want to encourage every engaged couple and married couple to buy the book Intended for Pleasure. It's an amazing book by Dr. Wheat. It's a book, I would say, for both engaged and married couples.
Yeah.
And it talks about intimacy all the way through your 80s. But
When it comes to certain things with engaged couples, hold off on some stuff
Yeah.
because it.
But in our reading and stuff, a lot of couples just it was shared that a lot of people have had bad experiences because of unspoken expectations or things, and so there was miscommunication. So we encourage every engaged couple communicate clearly on what you're comfortable with and the plan, and because there's already nerves, there's already things going into it, and that just helps it be a better
For
night.
sure. And so, yeah. So anyway, we didn't eat.
We went to Wendy's, so we didn't eat.
We didn't
really
eat it.
We kind of did, but we didn't because we were talking.
Yeah.
And then so when we left,
We were
we took all of our
hungry.
wedding gifts back to our house,
Mm-hmm.
and then got everything situated, and then we left and drove up to the airport. By the airport, and on the way up, went to Wendy's,
Mm-hmm.
and I drive by that Wendy's often when
Yeah.
we go to the airport now,
Yeah.
and that was good times.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
It's fun. So anyway, what I was about to say is when we get to Hawaii, they have you fill out this form, which I can't really remember what for, but it like shares, if if your family, you just only need one. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, I only need one. I mean, I need one and you need one. And you were like, no, we're married. We're one family.
We married now.
I was like, oh my gosh, we are
You're Summer
married.
Norris. That
Wow.
was like the first time I think you wrote down Summer Norris.
Wow.
That was a cool feeling.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, I would say, to get used to on the honeymoon, but then as we got into our marriage more, to call you my wife or you to call me your husband in conversation or just different things.
I didn't think
It
about
was like,
that.
man, it's a cool thing now to be able to say that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun. We had a good time in
We're
Hawaii.
still saying it.
We're still saying it. Okay, so
Yeah, and we went to a restaurant in Hawaii.
what?
Remember
Oh,
that? And this little
so
place, and they
good.
have these crab legs, and they cut it in half,
was king.
so you don't have to crack it. It's just laid out in front of you. You just pull out the meat and eat it. I want to go back to that restaurant.
It was
That amazing.
beautiful.
Yes.
It was absolutely
That
beautiful.
was awesome. Went there twice.
Yeah, we sure did. Okay, so what I wanted you to do was we were supposed to do this game, but my husband had too much fun last night. So he just went through all these pictures. So I'm going to go through these pictures and just let's talk about, what we were thinking. Oh, I see what I'm saying. I hate that picture. Okay. What were you thinking here?
I was enjoying this. We had a worship moment. The song we played was "I Exalt Thee" by Phil Driscoll. I still
Yeah.
listen to that song almost every week. It's a go-to song of worship that I do. But we did that and had communion together. It was a cool moment.
On our wedding day.
Yeah.
What about this one?
That was at the end of our ceremony, right before. I think that was right before he said you can kiss your bride. I don't think that was after. I think that was right before.
You think so?
Yeah.
We would have to look at the video.
Yeah.
But I remember just being
Look at
so
your
excited.
mom is going crazy.
Everybody was like, look at my granny with her Polaroid. I think it was just like, oh my gosh, we're doing this. We did it. It was so exciting.
Good times.
Yeah. And
That
then
was in Hawaii at one of the restaurants we went to on our honeymoon.
that wasn't the crab.
that was different,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a different one. Wow. So then 2000, we knew we wanted to start a family soon, but we wanted a year to ourselves. We can't remember how that
Can't
year
remember what we did.
looked like.
Can't remember what it was like.
I remember watching.
So if you're by yourselves right now, you don't have kids, enjoy it. Kids are amazing. When they come, you don't give them back. So just enjoy the moments right now. We have a
So
guy
fun.
doing our production today who's engaged. Just enjoy that moment,
Yes.
LB, and just take it in. And then Wheels, just enjoy that moment. And then when you have kids, enjoy that moment.
Oh my
And when they
goodness.
come, they're not going anywhere.
They're so
They're
fun though.
staying.
So we got married in 2006, got pregnant in 2007,
Yep.
and had our son, our first son, in 2008.
Yep.
So what this picture though, and then we had so we got our son April of 2008. And then in the fall, I thought I was pregnant. And I was like, oh my gosh, babe, I'm pregnant. And so we celebrated. But actually, the celebration was the pregnancy. So we had our second son in 2009
Yeah, in July.
in July. And so we have this picture here. And this is a picture, wow. This is our, we were in our old church, then we went to the high school, and now we were in our first phase of,
Well, yeah, we're at this location.
Yeah.
The first phase of this location we're at today with our
Right.
two oldest.
yeah.
Good times.
What do you think about, what was going on in your mind during that? Can you even
I can
remember
but,
how our
church
married life?
Church was, just taking off, and it's good times.
So this
Good days.
picture, I just want to remind him, is kind of around the time when we had that huge argument and he was talking about my hair. Because if you zoom in on this picture, this is when I was trying to go natural, meaning like I was putting no chemicals in my hair, and I really didn't know what to do with my hair around this time. So I say all that to say,
Pretty.
he says that now, but in the car, he told me to do something to my hair.
That wasn't, not on that day I didn't.
Not on that day, because it was Easter. I think it was Easter
Perhaps what you're saying.
this day. Okay, sorry. So then this one, I was pregnant with Z. We were in this building still.
Yeah, first phase.
And when I was pregnant with Z, I was so afraid because we're going to have 3 babies in diapers and car seats and still,
crazy.
Milk and all the things.
We did it.
But yeah, we
Those
did
days
it.
are a blur to me, but we did it. 3 boys.
I mean,
Good wrestling matches, though. We had fun. Throw them on the bed. Every time I did it, someone would cry, but it was worth it. It was a great time. That's the duty of a dad. Is just throw your boys around,
yeah, he tries
wrestle
to.
them up, get them down. Elbow
Kendallin
drop.
got upset with you the other
Kendall
day.
got up, but you know what? It's good for her too, because she's going to learn how to
You
be a
heard
tough
her.
lady. That's what we're going to do.
But I would say during these years, so this is what, 2011, 2010, because he was born February 2011. These years were the trying years a little bit as far as us learning how to argue and how to fight fair and how to actually hear each other and understand each other. And there was a lot going on in the church too, would you say?
Yeah, good times. I love that picture. Actually, we need to get that framed.
Why?
Because this is a picture of us. This is how we used to dress for church in suits
Oh.
and ties. I miss those days.
Babe,
And then I remember I actually don't. But in nostalgia, those were some fun times just when I think about different memories. But we're standing in front of our first home.
This is us without kids.
Us without kids.
Yeah.
That was our house. And it got remodeled not too long after that, but that's the original, I guess, form of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our front yard, and there we are. Wow,
Yeah.
it was a long time.
My granny
Long
took
time
this
ago.
picture. She spent the night. I had her come down and spend the night with us. Oh Lord. So these aren't in order. But this is still our house, and this is the one that's out. It's in the backyard of our house.
I remember that day we were knocked out. That was on a Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And we were, after church, we were at home, and David was knocked out, and so both of us were out. And
Mm-hmm.
our photographer came, and we weren't ready.
But I remember David's eye. Remember, I don't know if it was your dad walking him down the stairs or you walking him down the stairs, but he fell on concrete stairs. And I'm at work, and my husband calls me, and the first thing that he says is, I want you to know David is okay. And honestly, that was like the best thing that you could have said with me.
It's all right. It's just a little scratch.
No, I mean, good Lord,
Helps boys be boys.
my child. Yeah, these are all out of order, but it's okay. This one is at a Christmas banquet
For the church.
for the church.
Mm-hmm.
And it was our first baby boy, first child. And it was good times. Anyway, all of these are good. Wow.
This right here, though, this picture here is our first date, and that was our first time being together, May of 2003. And That was a good time.
I came into the church in 2002, team.
We went to a sukkah.
2002.
We had. It's good. It's good times.
This dude started checking me out.
That's what we do.
Got me in 2003.
God made it that way.
But no, talking about our first date, seriously, I remember being like, the girls wanted me to be all dressed up, all glammed, all the things. And I'm like, guys, we're just going to just chill. Let me just wear, a skirt. No, 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 no. They wanted me to have high heels on, all the stuff. And he comes, and my roommate looks out, and she's like, change. He has jeans on. I was like, of course he does. That was a big
Fun.
ordeal.
But this is it's good to do, and of course we're doing this because it's our anniversary, and maybe your anniversary is coming up, maybe it's not. But I want to encourage you. One of the sessions we do in Weekend to Remember is the dream, and it's so important to remember the beginning. Why did you marry your spouse? What attracted you to them? Sometimes in the grind of life, in the grind of marriage,
Yeah.
the ups and the downs, we forget what those that first attraction. And then those butterflies, those desires that we had, the dreams that we had in the beginning, maybe those dreams have faded. Maybe they've been totally crushed. Who knows? But it's important to remember that so that we can go back to the beginning, remind ourselves of the first so that we can keep on going in a good and healthy way.
Right.
And we talk about that at the marriage conferences. And it's a powerful session because we talk about and we have them tell each other what their dream was. And I think what attracted me to you initially, and this is important, is you were able to hang out with, guys and girls and be relaxed, be chill. You weren't weird. You loved Jesus, but you weren't super spiritual, meaning, making the Holy Spirit weird. You were very just natural in that. And you had a good time. And that you really attracted me to you first because you could hang out with us. And I didn't feel awkward around you at all. And then, of course, I noticed your beauty. And then I started leaning in.
So the first
and
time
she leaned back.
And
I said, slow down, girl. I'm just leaning in slow. You're leaning in too fast.
That's cute.
She slowed down. And then I said, okay, let's go.
That's real cute.
And that's how we did it.
So the first time I met him, obviously, I went to the church, but the first time we actually met, there was a parsonage next to the church, and we had Bible study with the college students. And I remember sitting there. No, I remember coming in. I mean, it was packed. Yeah. And I came in, and you got up, and you were just like, you remind me so much of your grandfather in this moment, because Grandpa Tiller would do this all the time. But he was like so excited to meet new people, and he wanted people to feel so welcomed, And so he's just like, it's so good to have you today. God bless you, welcome, all the things. And I just remember thinking like, oh wow, like he's really into this. And that wasn't, nothing. And so I remember sitting down, and your sister was with you at that study. And because my first Bible study here, you weren't here. So the second, I guess it was the second Bible study. Anyway, and I remember like you fixing I don't know why I remember this, but you were like fixing your pants legs. And I was just, in my mind, I thought, okay, so he's really into like how he looks, like he wants to be presentable. Now, I clocked that moment, meaning, and it wasn't because I liked you, but
She did, folks.
No,
she
it's not.
did.
But
don't lie.
I
you
will
gotta
say,
tell the truth to go to heaven.
Oh, stop. I will say that relationships that I've had in the past, some of them just really didn't care, and that really bothered me. It's like, I mean, you don't have to care, but like at least look a little bit.
Wrong people.
Anyway,
but when you saw me,
but you prayed over me. But before you prayed over me, I remember being in my apartment, and I remember looking in the mirror, and I said to God, I was like, God, if you want to use me, like, how can you even use me? It was just this little talk that I had looking in the mirror. And so fast forward to that Bible study, and you did the Bible study. I can't remember what it was on, but then you had some of us line up of like who wanted prayer, and you were going down the line. And it was my first, I have felt the presence of God before, but this was my first time feeling the presence of God when it involved heat. I remember just being so hot, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what in the world? And you said, yeah, and I see you saying, like, God, you know, if you want to use me, use me. And God's saying he is going to use you. And I just lost it. I was like undone. Okay. And it just, so that was me just even falling more into the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But so I say that to say you could see, like, I was just really growing with God, not looking at him.
Yeah.
I was growing in the Lord. I wasn't trying to get a man coming here. I
And I
just
didn't
want
look
you
at
to
you.
know.
I didn't approach you until it was. Would it be?
He was
It
dating
was around.
someone
It was around
else.
February. It was around February, and then I started pursuing you, and then we started dating in May. But it was a good pace. I thought we had a good job. We were engaged for we dated for 3 years. That includes our engagement before
He
we got
broke up
married.
with me within those three
That was
years.
because you acted out. But the Lord brought us back, and you repented. You
Cubs,
changed.
the Cub game.
You got it right, and you came to my side, and God blessed you. Now
Oh
here's
my gosh.
I want to encourage everybody that God can make a way for you, and God can make a way, and it's a great thing when you find the right woman. And we want to encourage you with this episode today that this is a little bit of our story and our beginning, and as we come into our 20th year and believing God for so much more, I believe God has so much more for you in your marriage. Again, don't know where you're at today, good, bad, or indifferent. Take time to talk to your spouse about the beginning. Take time to go through some of the memories that Summer and I shared today about our story, and let those memories come back to you, and just connect, because there's something precious about that, and that helps. I believe think about in the start of a thing to help us move forward toward the end of it. And
Yeah.
we just keep going all the way. And so we love you. Please consider to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We'd be honored if you did. We're here to do our best every time. And we're getting ready to come into a time we're going to have some special friends and guests with us. So be looking forward to that. And I would say, please remember that with Jesus, the best is yet to come. And see you soon.
It's our anniversary.